Either way, let's see who's here. Yo. Welcome to Crate 808. And we're back to normal now. Last month we had our top 5 hip hop films of all time chat with the man Gang PTP and Yemi from Rhymes Like Dimes. But now we're back to normal. We are back in our womb comfort zone because Raymond Ridge is here all the way in Australia. How are you doing, Ray? Yeah.
Cheers.
So
I'm doing good.
It's an audio podcast. That's why you do have to probably just say a few things. I know you love the YouTube, but no one watches.
I said cheers, and I picked up my Crate 808 sponsored mug that you can buy from our website. It's just a fucking mug. It doesn't matter.
But it's Christmas is coming up. Why not? Thanksgiving, all that, you know.
No, they're not though. It's just sickening. You know, every podcast you listen to, you're like, oh wow, this is really credible. Oh no, he's reading adverts. Like,
yeah. Although some would say those are more entertaining than some of our inane debates where we go down. But unless some would say that, I don't know.
Have you discovered any good podcasts recently?
I've been on a very big American soccer binge because of the World Cup. So new football pods mainly. But should we say hello to everyone before we dip into that and then we circle back? I'm just wondering, people have joined us. Big up the one new patron we've had this month, by the way, Deja Young. Big yourself up, man. Straight to the top tier, mate. He went straight for the Ghost episodes. Fair play to you. So yes, big yourself up. In the room right now, we have Free Music Empire. Big yourself up. Jack P. Evening all. Steve Piper. Good evening. And Free Music Empire, we did have a bit of a general chat, and he said, I got yelled at by a general. Please, Free Music, I need to know more about that in the chat. And Ninja Rose, just driving home after having my arse kicked at Muay Thai. Nas chat, you know I'm here for that. Yes, we know Ninja Rose. His anagram is Nazir Jones. But Aaron's in as well, evening all. Got your ass kicked at Muay Thai, but I bet you feel good though, right? Ninja Rose, after the end of that, I haven't done Muay Thai, so I can only... Is it Muay Thai? Muay Thai? I don't know if I say that right. Ray, what do you think about Muay Thai? And have you heard a new podcast lately? I'm so tired. Come on, let's go.
He's all over the shop. He's fucking all over the shop. What was the question? Look, it's 5 a.m. here. You know what? Actually, I have slept pretty well today. So, and I've got the old coffee on the go as well, haven't I? So.
Yeah. Well, I've done a 13-hour shift covering World Cup football, and now I've jumped straight into this. So if I'm doing a Ray tired thing, that's that. Ray, go. Lead.
That's all good.
Drive.
Well, so yeah, my podcast discovery would be the Huberman Labs. Have you heard it? Huberman Labs.
No. Any good?
It's just life sponsored by Joe Rogan is what it is. So he has a guest on and you're like, oh, he's pretty interesting. Let me see what his podcast is about. And basically he's just a neuroscientist or a nutritionist or some scientist guy. And basically he talks about I don't know, just fucking all things, just life optimization in general. But there's one episode where he talks about how dopamine works in the body, and it's all like it relates to this. We're coming full circle, we're coming back to Nas, but Nas. His
mum called him Nas. I don't call him Nas. That's what I say.
Yeah, but do you say glass or glass?
Well, it's glass.
We've done this.
Yeah.
Well, it's glass, so fine. Anyway, he just talks about dopamine. If you're expecting something good and then you hear it and it's good, you get a dopamine hit. But also he talks about how if you're expecting it to be shit and it's shit, you get a dopamine hit. So you win either way. So that's explanation for like where basically he does to finish off the dopamine conversation. He does talk about how this just if you live this like basically it's if you're going for a walk listening to music, you're enjoying the walk less because like there's only so much dopamine. You can't be like like sometimes it's good to go for a walk with that. The long story short, go for a walk without listening to music.
Oh, okay. Oh no, but I can't do that. I need to listen to music.
I'm not summarizing this podcast very well, but
Not at all. I don't want to listen to this podcast.
Basically, everything he talks about is like, if you the dopamine hit, you should do this, but then don't do too much. But then do this, but don't do that. Do this, but don't do that. But in this situation, do this, but in that situation, don't do that, but do this. But then after that, do this. And then the whole time you listen to it, like, wow, this is really actionable information. And then you get further into the podcast, you're like, shit, nothing I do matters. Oh my God, it's just inertia.
It's just inertia. But this is
okay. I'll give you one.
This is what I'm saying, though. It's too much knowledge. I know hip hop knowledge is the fifth pillar.
Yeah.
But sometimes too much knowledge, it just leads to paralysis. I find sometimes. So,
yeah. That's the thing of. Anyway, long story short, I'm going through listening to fucking scientist related fucking podcasts. Someone just listen to nonsense shit. Like Bill Burr's one.
Yeah.
You just listen to it and it's just him chatting absolute fucking shit.
Yeah, it's great. It's great though.
Beautiful.
Sometimes I need that. Sometimes absolutely. I am with the Chatting Shit podcast, which I hope we're kind of part. I don't know. Does that fulfill your dopamine hit, guys? Let us know. Is any of this exerting any emotion from you at all? Because I don't know. Sometimes what are we? Are we a hip hop podcast? I think we are, but then I hear like other hip hop podcasts aren't they? They're really hip hop podcasts. We're just like, I don't know. But either way, we are what we are, and it's a great thing. Everyone, we've got our space in the universe. That's all it's about. Let's do it then. Least hip hop thing, Ray. That was the bullshit. Least hip hop thing is supposed to be the bullshit. Right, let's do the fucking bullshit. Least hip hop thing in the last 24 hours, Ray. And you can't talk about podcasts, especially ones you can't explain. Let me know what it is.
It's just fucking work. It's just fucking work, isn't it? Oh no, it's just fuck work. Let's not talk about that. Hang on, I made some fucking notes. I know what the coup is.
Jesus Christ.
So fucking hell, it's just all deep adult shit. Anyway, so I'm not a fucking vegetarian, but I switched to the vegetarian diet for a while to address high LDL cholesterol. And I found out yesterday that it's dropped a little, so it's all good. But
good work.
Basically, anyone with origins in the Indian subcontinent is fucked.
Yeah. You're, diabetes all day long, baby.
Yeah, exactly. So happy heart attack.
Yeah, you're getting one. Just enjoy yourself. That's why I have kebabs.
Yeah, exactly. Just there's that point. There's a weird thing with the doctor because he was like, going for when you get your blood test and it's got all these fucking figures and stuff, and this is that and that is that. The recommended amount is that and this and that, and then going through it and you're just like, it's fine. Just tell me. Just I don't need to see the numbers. Just tell me what's
am I going to die?
What's going on? Yeah, and he's just like, where are your parents from? I'm like, my mum's Indian. He's like, that's it. Yeah, you're fucked.
Yeah, sorry, mate.
It's just that moment on his face. No. Sorry, we shouldn't have bothered doing this test, mate. Nah,
what
don't
you
worry,
mate. You don't think that box
what kind of brown are you? Oh God! Oh fucking! You're that brown.
Oh, no, diabetes
you're
brown,
done, mate.
You're diabetes brown.
Don't stop eating steak, mate. Just fucking have it. Just have it.
Enjoy
your
life,
done
mate.
For.
We're all going, mate. We're going to talk about mortality in a bit because Nas was dabbling into a bit of that, I think, on this album that we're going to talk about. But either way,
yeah, he was.
We're kind of blurring the lines here a bit. But no, okay, I feel that. And
what's your least hip hop thing?
Least hip hop thing for me, last 24 hours. Do you know what I have done? I've had a very hip hop month. I know 24 hours, but I saw Kendrick Lamar in Leeds. I discovered a wicked record store in Leeds as well. I went solo. My wife couldn't go because my little kid was ill. So I had to go to Kendrick solo. Got caught in a bus lane, so got fined, but it was totally worth it for the record store I found, which I can't remember the name of now. I'm so sorry, guys. But it was wicked. I was in there chatting to the guy. I bought the Prodigy's, not Prodigy, like Mobb Deep, but The Prodigy from the UK. I bought their first album. And absolutely sounds amazing. Either way, saw Kendrick, amazing. Listened to a lot of Coolio, mate, because Coolio passed away. R.I.P.
Experience. Jilted Generation second, isn't it?
Yes, Jilted Generation. Actually, yeah, no, it is the second. You're right, it is the second album. Yeah. Listened to a lot of Coolio recently. Saw Eminem's Hall of Fame speech. I really loved that. And did you see that, by the way? When he was talking, he just started reeling names, mate.
Yeah, just reeling off. Yeah, name after name, which was that was quality. Yeah,
I loved that. So, been quite a hip hop month. In the last 24 hours, though, mate, all I've done is sit down and watch football for work. So the World Cup is on. No one knows, but it's literally 12 hours of football. So imagine you're sitting there and you're only getting an hour in between, but I'm working during that hour. So I'm not really getting any time off. And I've just realized that's not hip hop. No, I don't know any hip hop guy who would do that. And if there is, who would it be? Let us know. I don't know who it would be. But who would I like to have watched the World Cup with whilst I was sitting there chilling?
Me?
You? Yeah, no, fair.
Okay.
I mean, Eminem might be quite fun. I don't know. Has he got a sense of humor? It'd be quite fun just to kind of pick his brains a little bit whilst I'm working. But you kind of need someone you can just chill there as well, right? So, yeah, I don't know. Let us know. Who would you watch 12 hours of World Cup football with? So there you go. That's my least hip hop thing. Not very good, but that's literally true because I haven't done anything else. So,
truth is the right way to go, isn't it? Should we get into the fucking album?
Yeah, let's hold on before we do. Go on.
Just what Free Music Empire.
What's he saying?
Chat thing is up there. That's why I keep looking up.
Okay.
I can't listen to a podcast with a single host.
Like without a single host, like a Castaway podcast, a lone voice falling into madness. You're right, but
is that a podcast? Because I want to listen to that.
Yeah,
a Castaway podcast. A lone voice 100%. Falling into madness. Yeah, I want to fucking listen to that. But
is it about the film Castaway? Because then I will definitely be. I love that film, so I'm definitely in. Unless it's just a Castaway podcast, but if it's actually about the film Castaway, I'm very much in. I don't mind solo pods. I'm not gonna lie. I've heard a few solo pods, and I'm all right with them.
A lone voice falling into madness. I'll just hang up, and you can have that because it'll just be Cam.
Which is kind of 80% of what you get anyway.
Bye. Good luck. Not really.
Ray, before we get into this album, before we get into Nas, I have two things to ask you. Approach us however you like. One, Grammy rap nominations, Grammys that we don't give any credence to at all, but I want to know which one you would think would win. And two, we did our top 5 hip-hop films in the last episode, and I wondered if you just want to drop yours in a brief, succinct way, so we'd have yours, because obviously you're a regular and we never talk to you. So which one do you want to do? You want to tackle the Grammys first, real quick?
I want to go back in time and have you prep me for that question.
No, because I don't think you've heard any of these, so I'm actually I don't know if you're going to care anyway, but interestingly, let's just see. Kendrick Lamar's Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. You haven't heard that, I know.
Obviously not.
Kendrick Embargo, fully intact.
I still haven't listened to it.
Yeah, fully intact.
And I'm not going to question you about the concert. Couldn't give a fuck less.
Okay. Pusha T's It's Almost Dry. They got nominated. So I'm thinking if you can pick any album that's actually fucking good, that's good. I love Kendrick's as well. But Future's I Never Liked You, which I feel like's a title you'd do for an album. I Never Liked You. And you could be rapping about someone you never liked. I
haven't checked it, but I will.
Okay. DJ Khaled's God Did.
I don't know why pop music is in there, is it? All right. Fine.
Exactly. I don't know. Jack Harlow's Come Home, The Kids Miss You. There you go. Anything?
Nah,
Nothing.
I don't remember. I'm not really feeling. I appreciate Jack Harlow has his place and has his audience. I'm not it.
Okay then. I'm loving that. Fair play to you. Let's have a look here. Jack P. Action Bronson is a football fan, and we could spend the whole time drinking wine as well. Do you know what? I think Jack Patullo there has absolutely nailed that, because he is the best. You're getting food, you're getting weed if you want it, you're getting someone who looks very kind of hospitable and probably got a lot of info, I'd have thought. You'd probably pick his brain quite a bit, and he'd watch the game. Yeah, great answer there, Jack P. I love that. Steve Piper and Aaron there as well. Absolutely right. Mers is a football fan as well, and he would be good company. Yeah, he is an LA Galaxy fan. I've seen him repping the colours. Right, there we go. So, Ray, we've done all that. Now we got to hip hop films. Do you want hip hop films? Do you want to drop your hip hop films?
Well, Why Mankind Jump? Obviously, it wasn't brought up on that chat, was it?
I think we talked about it in honorable mentions. I think it was a long chat. So, yeah.
Honorable mentions. The entire podcast should have been about that. The entire thing should have been about Why Mankind Jump.
Great soundtrack as well. But okay, I rewatched it recently. It's everything. Fucking amazing.
Everything.
Yeah.
Actors, the script, the quotes, all of it.
Rosie
ethos, Perez. Come on.
I still do that.
Come on.
Really. Yeah, mate, absolutely. She's great at it. I love that. I was actually looking at White Men Can't Jump because I had it in my 5 to begin with, and then it got edged out. But I was looking at it and thinking, Do you know what?
What is that about what?
Do you know if you listen
Fucking
to that,
Kendrick documentary, probably,
people
didn't
go
it?
out there, listen to the last episode if you want to, create808.com. It's all there. But I was going to say, one thing that I really found about it, the snapping, they're just going at each other. And I was like, do you know what? Before White Men Can't Jump, I don't think I knew what the world of snapping and which then leads to battling really was until I watched White Men Can't Jump. And they talk about mothers and he just kills it all with, my mum's too drunk to be an astronaut. I was like, that doesn't make any sense, and yet I still use it, yet it's so abstract, yet so good of a way to come back to someone. I don't know, I learned a lot in Why They Can't Jump, just off
that's a beautiful moment in it, because it's it's a moment where it shows that he just doesn't get it, but then he plays basketball, and well, he had already been playing at that stage, but he's proved that just that confusion that of
how do you not know the code to it's like social coded and that absolutely
it's like, well, where to see your mum? You can't diss your mum. You can't diss your mum. Where to see your mum? That's not how it's.
I know, you're looking a white fucking dork. Anyway, what was the other
sometimes when you win you really lose,
and that's so true,
and when you lose you really win.
The fucking
times when you win or lose, you really draw. It's something like that, isn't it? It's fucking God. It's so deep, isn't it?
It is. It's got it. It's got it for you. I'm going to mow the car. Get him out of the car.
Anyway, you might not be able to hear Jimmy, but can you hear Naz? Oh, look at the segue. Look at the segue.
I like the segue, but what you were the for? You can't just say White Men Can't Jump. You'd have to explain them all. We'd have to go into them, but just quickly reel off.
I'd just be randomly listing off.
Oh, you haven't got them. Okay, right.
No, don't go drinking juice is that's also up there.
Oh, it's
just that. Do we have problem?
Yeah.
It's fucking quality.
That is good.
That's like I don't know which I can't remember which Wayne's brother it is, but that's that scene. That's his best scene. I think it might be Marlon, but that's his best scene ever. Yeah. That's it.
Do you know his filmography is deep, bro? Because I was watching Above the Rim the other day, and he's in that and all, and I forgot he's in Above the Rim. I was like, he's like properly just toe to toe with Pac in this whole thing, and it's great. It's brilliant. Not either way, yeah. So I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed that. Okay. That's I never thought that'd be up there for you. Do you know, rewatching it, I don't think it is in my 5. It's not the best. It is good though, but it's more good for being bad, if you know what I mean. Because at the beginning, spoiler alert if no one's watched this film, but Above the Rim, they're playing basketball on the most like dangerous way to play basketball, on the roof with no guardrails, and you can just go to slap the backboard and fall off, and that's essentially what happened. You're like, that's the most unsafe. Is this shit regulation? That shit is not regulation. Like, it isn't regulation to do that. So everything goes back to White Men Can't Jump. Raymond, don't you? But yes, okay. I know what you're trying to do. You want to get into Nas chat, and I'm sure everyone wants to get into Nas chat.
If Tupac's in the top 5 hip hop movies, is Juice, isn't it? It's not.
Yes, it's Bishop.
Is it?
Yes, it's Bishop. I totally agree. Shout out to Poetic Justice, but it's not as good as Juice. Juice is fucking great. I don't give a fuck. Like, when he said that, he means that, doesn't he? Like, look at his eyes. He means, I don't give a fuck. Like, shit, man.
Yeah, that's like a perfect Tupac moment, isn't it?
Yeah. And you know what? That film's more than Pat for me, though. It's Know the Ledge. I'd never heard Know the Ledge until I watched The Juice, and the intro is my favorite intro. And it's now my top probably 5 songs of all time.
No, Know the Ledge is one of the reasons. It's one of the reasons you're into hip hop. It's one of the 100%. First tracks. That's one of the
100%,
first hip
absolutely.
hop tracks on Yo MTV Raps.
Yeah, I was beguiled though how they mixed it with Omar Epps doing the decks, and I had no idea. Like, I'd never really seen anyone do that with decks. I think it was one of the first films where I saw someone really doing the decks thing, and I was just fascinated by it. I was like, how are you making them noises with that? And you know, that. So Juice, big up Juice, man. Yeah, just the intro, fucking love it. Sorry, go on.
But then, there's a lot of Tupac references in this album as well.
There are. Let's do it then. Let's do it. Nasir Jones, Hit Boy. I think his line on King's Disease 2 was KD3 on the way just to feed the buzz. No, that was on Magic. It was on Magic. And so he knows this is in the play. They've dropped 2 already, King's Diseases. Now, and I think there's a line that I just really thought clicked well with this album to kick us all off into this chat. If you listen to the album, if you listen to Reminisce, he says, I don't like to reminisce because what we're doing now is pretty lit. And I just thought this podcast loves to reminisce, right? But we're really glad you're here to keep it lit, as you're saying. And that microphone is fucking crispy. You're doing it. Ray, I'm going to start asking you this. Is there any way King's Disease 3 would get into Crate 808, our Hall of Fame of records from the 90s? But if we were to expand that and we had room, could it get into Crate 808?
Yeah.
Let's do this, man.
All right, cheers, guys. See you later.
Expand on your yeah. I'm looking forward to hearing this.
So, excuse me. We've been having. There's a series on Crate 808 called the Best 3 Album Run, and I would argue that Nas has the best 3 album run ever out of anyone ever. Mm-hmm. It's just nonsense to say otherwise. Illmatic, it was written, and I am, come on, it's ridiculous. I am purely on the basis of, excuse me, of Nas's Like, of course.
You can't base a whole album off one song. That's ridiculous. You might just put a single.
You fucking can.
It's not the whole album. Can. It's either way, but
you can. Has it got? And so this is like, you forget how beautiful it is. That because I Am has Hate Me Now on it, doesn't it? It does. That's the one. I'm going to get the I Am track list up now. I don't think it is actually.
I'm going to get the I Am track list up right now so we can go into this, because I liked I Am. I'm not going to lie, I liked I Am. I haven't revisited it for a while, but the last time I did, I was let down a little bit. I do remember being let down a little bit. New York State Part of My Mind 2, like that. Hate Me Now, like that. Small World, no. Favour for Favour, I wasn't really.
Yeah, see.
Wasn't really.
It's got Hate Me Now. It's got big things as well, isn't it?
We Will Survive. Big Things.
Big things. Yeah, it's got so many fucking tracks on it. It's incredible.
Tonight. I want to talk. Like, look at these fillers here, kid. We Will Survive.
I want to talk to
the Dr. Knockboot,
the motherfucking president.
Do you know what?
It's fucking quality.
Sleeper hit. Life is what you make it with DMX. That's a fucking track. Life is what you make it. Chaos so that's what, kissing. Chaos.
So Ghetto Reporter.
Yeah. Shit. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Money's my we'll go into it because he has a concept tune on every album, and Money Is My Bitch is the concept tune on that one. Concept. So on this one, it is. It's beef, isn't it? Mm-hmm. And look, you know what? The first and most important thing that you've got to mention on this fucking album is probably a line from the one of the weakest tracks, 30. Mm-hmm. On that, we've already discussed this before even listening to the album. Mm-hmm. On 30, he says, "Primo album might still happen."
I know. Yeah,
we literally spoke about it the other day, and that's all. Like, these are the words that you said.
We willed it into
Primo's
existence.
alive. Nas is alive. Why is there not? Why is it? Why is this
and
not happening?
And they're both working. That's why I'm not surprised when he said it. Was I excited? Yes, semi all day long. When I heard Primo, and I just thought the DJ Scratch magazine, I thought that cover, and I know people get bored of that. I know there's an element of jadedness in hip hop where Illmatic's an easy answer for best album because it is it's like Sgt. Pepper. Oh, it's an easy answer. It's kind of easy because it's correct. Sometimes you have to think like that. And I think when you look at Nas and that Primo album, it makes sense. Am I waiting for it to be as good as would it be better than Prime? Maybe. Will it be as good as what we were going to have in the 90s? Probably not. But I'm still here to watch it happen. So yeah, you're right. That line hit me bang straight away. 30. Love that. What else are you going to say?
Yeah. And so the other thing I was going to follow up with, because he does follow up with this on that thing. It says Pete Rock act like what? What? How did Pete Rock act?
Yeah.
He says something about I can't believe Pete Rock act like that.
Yeah.
What?
So this is the beat. So this album works on many different levels. Before we get into the granular bits of the I don't want to get into the weeds of the politics and the beef. I just want to tell my general thing about what I think about the album, and then we'll get into those other things. It has so much nostalgia. There's headline makers, back in the day when Eminem would say something in a track, or Pac would say something in a track, or whoever would say something in a track, and you're like, fuck me, everyone's going to be talking about that. Jay-Z would do it all the time in the noughties. Takeover, he's going to say something, Renegade, when Renegade came out, just on the listing with Eminem, you knew they would be compared, and they knew they would be compared. And that chat still goes on today. Who's better on Renegade? So this album has that. And I don't think he's doing it in a baity way. He has politics coming out there. He has little references to things that if you're in the know, you're in the know. If you're not, you're not. But you still like you said, what's going on. But I just want to say congratulations to Nas, because congratulations for not just sitting down and just chilling. Like some people, and I love Snoop, but he is kind of just doing what I expect someone with loads of money to do. Whereas he has tried, even in the face of people hating Hit Boy, to do something, which is to make something. He's done so much in his career anyway, but the fact that we had this whole fucking era of people going, Nas doesn't pick good beats, and he talks about it on this album as well, that narrative is kind of dead, I feel now. And I think his last 2, if not 3 albums completely show that's dead, because Magic's great, and I love King's Disease 3, and I think it might be better than Magic for me. And when I first heard it the first 2 or 3 times, I didn't think it would be. I honestly didn't. I thought Magic is the best Nas project, best last Nas project I'll listen to, because I wasn't massively fan of KD2 or KD1. But honestly, kid, I think this one, it just might be his best since since Stillmatic, since Godson, maybe. We'll rank them later. But yes, that's where I am right now. So the Pete Rock thing. Okay, let's go into this. I've got this written down here. So because I've got a few things written down here from this album, because the Primo thing, fair play. I always enjoy that. On 30 as well, he references Pete Rock and he says, super material, rap star status, premiere album still might still happen. I wonder why Pete Rock would act like that. That type of behavior made me want to give rap right back. So this thing is, Pete Rock's lawyer has said he may sue Nas over Illmatic royalties and is owed something around $1 million for The World Is Yours. So Pete Rock obviously heard the line, Nas has declared it, and has said, I'm going to be, what did he say? I'm deactivating my Twitter because, I do not care about any of this. And he's going to be just off Twitter. He just came off. I'll come off it and all that. So he doesn't want to be in it. But Nas knows how to make headlines. And I just thought this album is kind of above the gossip, but it kind of is in the gossip as well. And I don't know what you think about that. But yeah, what did you think when you heard them lines?
Well, I don't follow hip hop gossip. I just listen to the music, so don't really care. But it's also, I mean, it would be. I mean, look, I want a Primo album, but if we can have Primo and Pete Rock and just the fucking whole crew together again, it'd be good. But also, just money complicates everything, isn't it? As soon as there's money involved in everything, like they were all together making a classic album, which is Illmatic. And then money fucks everything up after that. That's why 36 Chambers is incredible. And then after that, it just gets on a descent. That's why it's just fucking all of them. Definitely Maybe. It's incredible. And then after that, it's a bit like,
yeah,
what are you doing? Money fucks everything up. Who's like fourth album is their best album?
Yeah, but this is what I mean. Like, this is what I mean about like Nas being, that's what's so good that he's come back in this. What is this, his 3rd chapter, maybe 4th chapter in his career, if you're trying to put them in chapters. But like he had a long hiatus as well. So I think it's beautiful to see what you've just said is like, even though he does talk about, so he has the Pete Rock thing, this is all in 30. He has the MC Search thing, and MC Search selling the Illmatic and It Was Written Rights. And now Nas is a billionaire, right? Crypto billionaire. That's what he's called himself. Go buy the rights to Illmatic and It Was Written because they're for sale. I don't know what the ins and outs are of that, but that'd be amazing if he did. But I also think the beautiful thing about where we are as elders in this hip hop game, which I see so many young people getting into this genre that they don't really, it's like, why would you care about Def Leppard and Led Zeppelin?
Where are you seeing these young people? I'm just seeing these young people.
No,
I'm an elder in the corner.
What do you mean? Like, what, physically seeing them? No, what I'm saying is the genre is getting bigger and bigger, obviously, because the sales are getting more and more, and there are new people coming into. So what I'm hearing around my own instances of people around early 20s, or even at work, they're early 20s, and their idea of hip hop is, but more idea of like how people see like 21 Savage, how he sees it. And to us, that doesn't mean anything, but he has such a followership. When he says Nas isn't relevant, I find that amazingly, you are tapped out of a whole segment of history and segment of hip hop, because I find this album is relevant. Absolutely. It's nostalgic and it's looking back, but he's saying things that are relevant. And
when people use that phrase,
did it say relevant? I think he said relevant.
Not relevant. Yeah. That's a fucking nonsense. It's a nonsense comment. It means absolutely nothing. Not relevant. Well, what are you talking about? What this concept that there is stuff that is relevant and stuff that's not relevant? It implies that everyone should be over here. Oh, let's all strive to be relevant. Relevant to who? To a fucking 20-year-old's opinion. I don't give a fuck about that. 20-year-old Ray knew fuck all about anything apart from he loved hip hop. And that's why we're still there.
I just want to get his lines because I just want to actually see it. He's not relevant. He said he just has a loyal ass fan base. He has a loyal ass fan base and he still makes good ass music. So, okay, so the headlines have twisted it a little bit. I would never disrespect Nas or any other legend who paved the way for me. You're trying to take stuff and run with it, he said afterwards. Okay, so it sounds like an off the cuff comment.
We're going off into the weeds. I don't care about his opinion.
But it ties into what you were saying about young people coming into this genre who are completely detached from what we see hip hop as. So hip hop is a multiverse now almost of different people's experiences of what the genre is. But when I hear him on here and he's talking like about Jay-Z, I find it fucking beautiful when he's like, I'm still like listening to Takeover. I'm like, shit, man, this shit ain't over. And I'm like, holy shit, that's so honest. And it got a visceral reaction out of me where I was like, fuck, I remember the Nas and Jay-Z beef vehemently. And on the way on holidays, never meeting these blokes before and being in Nas's corner, like, how the fuck are you even thinking Jay-Z can touch him? And having arguments with guys I've never met before on planes. And I was like, shit, this is making me feel like you guys know how impactful that was. I don't know how to put it succinctly or sum it up, but I think that Nas dipping into that nostalgia while not wallowing in it in this album makes it a really good selling point for me. And I think the references are great. The Pac references that you said as well. So yeah, no, I just wanted to dig into 30 there with you. One of our most rewindable tracks on the album. Ray, anything else? What else are you going to say?
I don't think so.
No?
It's not rewindable. No, it's not a great beat. It's a skip. I'll never listen to 30 again. It's just, I don't really care about 30 as a track. There are rewindable tracks on it, but I just want to address a couple of things. So Ninja's Roy set up a crazy prediction.
Oh yeah,
the 50th anniversary of hip hop next year, and Nas is going to be 50. Nas and Primo album. You're right.
It could be.
That is.
I just call it 50.
Because you wouldn't just do it as you wouldn't do it as a throwaway project. Just like not a throwaway project. You'd never throw it away. Of course, it'll just fucking replace the Chronic. Go back there.
Mm-hmm.
But will it? Don't know. But
Aaron, I haven't listened to a Nas album after it was written. Really don't know why. At some point, tell me.
I am Godson.
Stillmatic.
I am Godson and King's Disease 3.
Stillmatic.
Stillmatic, yeah, okay.
Stillmatic is, I would say, if that was his third, you've got a definite classic, 3 classics in a row. I remember when Stillmatic dropped. Shit, do you remember when fucking Made You Look dropped? And Thief's Theme, that Nas was one. We're going to go into our favorite versions of Nas. I've got this question for later. Like, do we like, nostalgic Nas or concept Nas or fucking let's talk about sex Nas? I don't think anyone likes that guy, but or Mafia Nas.
If I had to choose out of any fucking rapper who makes songs about sex, it'll be Nas.
Sorry, what?
Because it's fine. He doesn't fucking do. It's just. Like, what's the track on here where he's talking about sex? I can't remember it. Is it serious?
Oh, serious theme interlude. I'm going to talk about that. That was actually serious one of the better ones he's done.
Yeah, this is fine. That's what I'm saying. That
one is fine.
He's not too graphic. He's not talking. You're not listening to him actually shagging someone in the fucking, no. Biggie and Big Pun. And
yeah, true. I don't need that. But
I don't need the graphicness. I just need.
He's done bad ones before. I need to find out which ones they are. But Mr. Knockboots were out there. But there's a few in the past. Well, the Untitled era and what the fuck was around that time.
Listen, we're not talking about that. Focus.
No, I'm focusing about Nas's love song writing.
He does it. Yeah, but I got to go to work, so we got to get through this. We can't go off and fucking.
But I'm just saying, I don't want to hear Nas talk about sex or love because his past record is awful. Either way,
yeah, but on this album,
it's fine. On this album, it's fine. That's
exactly, yeah. We're talking about all of the world. With focus.
Talk about the artist, the artist himself. Can't just deny what he's done. Okay, right. So we're going to focus. I'm going to rattle through my shit then, because here we go.
No, you've spoken for about 25
What
minutes.
Do you want to say?
One
Come on,
thing.
then. What do you want to say? Say it if you want to say it. Come on, let's go.
Legit is the fucking track that's on repeat.
Five Mic Moment.
Got light. Yeah, that's just that.
Five Mic Moment.
Incredible. That is just the beat, the lyrics, the hook, all of it. And then like there's the first verse where the beat's not properly dropped yet, and then it drops for the second verse. And then just the way the hook on that is on my soul, this is for my kids, and the cold shit I done did. All them O's I tried to flip. Who'd have thought I'd go legit? Just the way he, I can't flow it properly, but the way he flows that, the hook on legit, and just the beat is that's the one. That's what I'm going to be listening to when I close. There's a long corridor. There's a long corridor from my front door. It closes, and then to the elevator, and that's the moment where I close the door and I'm like, wait, I don't walk to the elevator then press the button, which would be the more efficient way of doing it. I'm at my door and I'm like, hang on, what fucking tune? What tune do I want to listen to that's going to change the way I walk? This is the fucking start to your day. Legit is that tune.
Legit. This is the thing with Hit Boy, and I know that people have this real thing. And mate, when he first come out, and he had Backstreet Freestyle, he had Ends in Paris. I think he dropped like 3 in a row, which were fucking ridiculous. And you were like, this is the new producer that we're all going to be loving for like the future. And then he went off and did some pop shit. And I know he gets a lot of hate, but listen to Legit, right? And I find the way he mixes that early 2010s Kanye, good music Kanye, with Doom, with the piano keys of Doom and Madlib. And I'm not saying they're as good as that. I'm not. But what I'm saying is the guy clearly knows his hip hop because he's pulling from all these different sources to make, and that's why people might hate on him or whatever, that he's a bit of a remix artist. He's not to me. But to this, I was like, yeah, fucking hell yeah. And legit, mate, how have we waited this long, right, for a Nas NASA reference? I was like, it's the most obvious thing. He's never, unless I'm wrong, unless people know he's made another Nas NASA reference somewhere. But he says, whatever the case may be, I'm out of space OD. NASA without the A at the end, take off on 3. And you're like, shit, man. I love, you hear something that, fuck, it's so simple yet so obvious. Yeah. Also, fucking, this is what I mean about legit being about, it's not just about wallowing. When he says it takes waking up early to face the moment, debating should save it or blow it, it's only some paper or whatever. There's some lines in there where what he's talking about is the value of his money that he's had in the past, and on here he talks about that, like his bad beats, his value of money, him confusing people by being mafia, talking about shooting people, then saying I'm not shooting people. Now he knows he has like multitudes, and the way he attacks them on his album is great.
He also talks about like there's some proper like sound advice tracks. Is recession proof. That's
like, my cut. That's my cut.
Talk about being recession. It's such an adult chorus as well. Ain't nobody recession proof. Invest in you. That's what's the best to do.
Yeah.
Like a little bit. It's like, all right, granddad, fuck it. No, but also like
he's right.
Yeah, no, that's probably sensible.
Who you trying to impress? What's there left to prove? When I fucking heard him say that, I was like, this is how casually good you are now on these albums. Maybe it took you them 2 before this to get to this level where you are just casually hit. You know when someone hits their zone and they're in the stride, and then MJ and they're hitting everything on the buzzer. He's doing that on this album where he's like, who you trying to press? What's there left to improve? And recession proof. Holy fucking shit. That is unreal. Most rewindable. I don't see many people talking about it. I saw a few people on Twitter liking my tweet about it. But that, if there's anything that's close to 5 Mic Moment for me, that is a grower. I didn't even think about it first few times. And now it's like, this is the fucking song. This sample is like Shaft, or I don't know, it's got Shaft, but it makes me think of old Muggs, like back in the day, DJ Muggs. And that hook you said, yeah, man, I fucking love Recession Proof. That is one of my cuts. Absolutely. We got to talk about what everyone's talking about. That, obviously, if you're not tapped in, but I think the one thing that everyone talked about when this dropped, and I suppose it's because he dropped a video with it when he first came out, Thun, that is reminiscing Nas. The Jay-Z line in there as well. I laugh about this takeover ain't over, and I just think, imagine back then, when knowing in 20 years' time they'll be joking about that battle. That's some real growth in that track, I find. And the beat, I love that beat so much. You know why, kid? Because I was listening to it the other day and I was like, do you know what? If he wasn't on this and Ray played me this, I can actually imagine Jedi Mind Tricks or someone like Self-Titled, siren for you, someone like that on the Thun beat. And that's what I'm enjoying about this album, where I'm picking it. There's a bit of Doom there, a little bit of Doom there. Oh, there's a little bit of that, a bit of Kanye, a bit of this. And yeah, that one really got me. That's a bit backpacker. So Thun.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And that's the thing with Hit Boy, isn't it? He's not got, like, you hear beats and you're like, oh, who did this? And they're like, oh, Hit Boy. I'm like, yeah, okay. You know what I mean? It's not like, oh, that's a Hit Boy beat. You know, and maybe that's a strength. Maybe it is that, you know, he can do a bit of anything and not really sound. And I think there's something good about coming back. You know, Naz obviously Hit Boy's his producer, right? So there's something good about having an identity, and they obviously have a good working relationship. And I don't know the gossip, but maybe they're mates as well. Hopefully they are. Yeah, not really feeling the Thun beat. It feels like a throwaway beat. Nah, it just feels weak to me, to be honest.
I think it's because it's the first one I'd heard and I got excited for the album and it stuck to me. But
yeah, maybe. And, you know, I don't watch videos, but yes, I think of all the beats on this album, like that's the one, that's also the track that made the least notes about. Like,
oh, really? Next. Interesting. Well, I was going to say, for this album, which is what, 17 tracks, no features, by the way, just Nas. Just when do you see that over? I don't know if it is 70. It feels like a long album. And I know people might hate on me this, but KD1 is fine. It's a fine album. KD2 is a better album, but again, it's not one I've revisited lots. I'm not sure where you are with KD1 or KD2. Magic I have, absolutely. But this, mate, there's for some of them utterly skippable tracks I find on the other KDs, this one, it's almost like every track to me is almost fire. Like there's some, I'm not skipping them. And I only found that later. I was like,
speaking of which, I'm on Fire. That's another one. It's another beat where it's, he's done it. He actually does it a couple of times on this album where the drums don't, you know, the beat doesn't drop until after the first verse kind of thing. So that's another one of that. But it's generally about being on fire, but it's, you know, about just, you know, not. It's not about physically being on fire, but it starts with still got the same flame behind me from the Hate Me Now video. You know, there's just little callbacks to like, yeah.
Love that.
And the Hate Me Now, there is flames in that, and it does look like a cheesy 90s trying to be modern video. And you know, and that's another reason to listen to I Am as well. You know, he knows it's great. He's referencing tracks from I Am.
But the thing is, well, I heard the Hate Me Line video.
Greatest 3-album run of all time.
The thing about the Hate Me Line line. The thing about the Hate Me line, which I loved as well, I'm absolutely with you. I was like, oh, fuck, I love that. It made me think about, what is your favourite Nas video? What is your favourite Nas video? Because I can't look past If I Rule the World. I don't know, man. I used to watch that a lot. Like, the Hype Williams for the win, bro. Like, and Lauren, she didn't come in through the video. Or did she come at the end? No, she was through the video, but then she starts doing that riff of if we were that whole bit. Oof, I fucking loved Lauren back then. Her and Nas, fucking hell, going through Las Vegas. Was it? Las Vegas?
I mean,
yeah, love that. What's yours?
I mean, that track is an incredible track. Just the makeup of the beat is sampled from multiple different recognizable tracks, but to make a tune that's unique on its own as well, which is, I think, a talent unto itself. But also, yeah, and interpolations with the If I Ruled the World chorus. Anyway, it's got to be New York State of Mind, hasn't it?
Yeah,
video to that. Yeah, because there's too much. That's
iconic
quintessential hip hop. Iconic shit. Yeah, and that's the correct word of the use of word. Great use of the word iconic.
Okay,
just every time. If you not,
are you thinking represent? I think represent might be more. I don't know which one I can't remember the new. Am I remembering the New York State of Mind video? Fuck, have I forgotten that one? I don't know. I might be getting mixed. I'm old, mate. I'm old and tired. So I don't know. But if I've got that wrong, but I think it is the one I'm thinking of. Yeah, it's that iconic shit. But do you know the thing about Victory? You know the thing about I'm on Fire, by the way, and it's one of my lesser tracks I want to talk about. But that exemplifies. This is a kind of a fucking victory lap for him, isn't it? This song sounds like a bit of a victory lap for Nas. Like, I thought the whole fucking album itself is so casual. It's like a fucking. You know when you stroll up for a penalty and you just fucking Panenka the fucker and you're like, yeah, that's just bang, and you just that casual. I'm on Fire feels like that, and it feels like just he's just hitting that stride, and yeah, I fucking love that. And I think just to carry the album like that was incredible, and to be so reflective and marry it up is just great commentary. I loved it as well. But I was going to ask you, here's one I ask you, because I listened the first time. Again, a track I'm not really into that much on the album, but it did make me think. He's talking about the first time you heard Nas, and it's fucking interesting how it's a massive different demo, I feel. And he's like, first time you heard Nas, you probably heard someone say that I picked bad beats. He says that on that, and I'm like, shit, he knows. And he talks about people in jail, he talks about older brothers sending him. So I was just thinking, when's the first time, Ray, for you heard Nas? Do you remember the first time you heard him?
Shit, I don't think I do. I don't remember it specifically, no.
Well, if only on this song he'd referenced an Asian lad in Yorkshire Village having his mind blown by Illmatic, because that was me. I think that was me. Whether back in the day, Source Mag, get Illmatic in my room, Southampton, Yorkshire, bang, put that on, and I was like, oh, this guy's amazing. So I think it might have been on a music video, to be fair, probably on the Illmatic rotation on Yo MTV. They were on there heavy. So I had to ask you at first time, because that's a great song.
Shit.
I like that about
I can't remember.
I like that about him. So I've got a few more songs here before I get into, and I know everyone talks about the Jay-Z comparisons, but after this run he's had now, I think you can seriously, if you wanted to compare, you could easily, album for album. But you said 30, yeah, that's him. I really enjoy 30 as well. Michael and Quincy, right? The audacity of the claim, but it is one of the most rewindable things, because the thriller metaphors are great. The Michael Jackson metaphors generally. He might buy the Beatles pub. I was like, that's such a punchline to end it, where he's like, I'll buy the Beatles pub. But what I fucking love is this is such a fun album. Like, you can get weighted down in like concepts. We talked about Beef, which is an incredibly lofty concept, and other things like seriously interlude, stuff like that. But on this, the beat switch is fucking sick. And I was thinking, yeah, you look Quincy Jones and you're not Michael Jackson, but this is a fun fucking album like Michael Jackson used to do. So I really, really enjoyed Michael and Quincy. I'm not sure what you had on Michael and Quincy.
Yeah, I mean, that one, again, it's got the beat switches, but it's just got like 3. So that even that one on the, it's kind of, it's like a kind of a mysterious beat. It's kind of intriguing. And then it's like really kind of mysterious, and then it's got a satisfying flip in the middle of it that makes this kind of a more positive feel to it, and then it goes to the kind of darker beat. Kind of I don't think it's quicker, but it changes the rhythm at the end.
Yeah,
and then Nas flips up his flow as well. It's a nicely executed.
Bro, what you just said about the flow. What you just said about the flow. Get a
skills
reporter.
With flow and skills with the subject is that's
this shit.
Do you remember reporter.
Do you remember this other narrative? Remember this other narrative? Nas has one flow argument. Listen to the second verse on Get a Reporter when he lifts the way I am.
Listen to
Eminem.
big things. He's into big things. Listen to that. Listen to that. Go back to I am. Let's do an I am. Let's switch to I am right now.
But what I'm saying is, when you're lifting Eminem with the way I am, the audacity, mercilessly crafted these classic. And I was like, holy fucking shit, is Nas just doing the way I am verse? And the fun, that's what I'm saying. It's fun to do that shit. And at the same time, that is one of the best Nas verses I've heard in fucking ages, is that second verse on Get a Reporter. I love that song. That's one of the hottest bars, most rewindables. That's it in all them categories for me. The prior intro is dope. The imagery with fucking... he's even talking about like fucking A&R contracts at the beginning and shit like that. And call me, what's he saying? It's fucking brilliant. Call me the party crasher, that plan spoiler, that Malcolm C, Maya Angelou and Garner holding a camcorder. That's some imagery right there. And you're tapping into a whole vast different world where I was like, Nas can do it, man. Nas right now, his microphone is crispy, bro. Like, he is doing them. That would come across a bit clumsy back in the day, maybe. Now that's smooth. So I'm very much here for Get a Reporter. One of my faves on the album, definitely.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Get a Reporter. Don't be wrong. It's up. It's the right track, but I don't think I'm gonna listen to it again. It's also
really.
It sounds like the opening tune to like a 70s sitcom kind of thing. It's like, hey, this is the intro track. It's the intro kind of beat. It's intro. Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah. Maybe that's why.
That's fine, because if you're thinking about the makeup of your album and how you're going to sequence your tracks. Yes, fine. It sounds like the track that you play first, but it's like, this is the intro to the album. Right. After that, you're like, all right, let's be serious now. Let's get into it. And he does, because he follows it legit, which is legit. Yeah,
that's up there.
But I think one of the biggest tracks on this album is that the one, the Proverb, once a man, twice a child. And it's Wise Nas as well, which is and it's also, it's like a West Coast esque beat. And the like the first verse, and it leads on from you talking about Nas's different flows, because I don't even know if it's deliberate, but if you listen to that and the first verse on that, he raps in a Tupac. It's a Tupac style. It's literally, it is very Tupac. And then when the beat kicks, I don't think the beat changes, but there's a beat. Like after the first kind of, I don't know, maybe 8 bars, then he kicks it. Then it's a distinct moment where he kicks in with a Nas style. So the first bit is he doesn't even reference Tupac, but it is with the West Coast esque beat, and then I think there's a lot of underlying love for Tupac in this album. Obviously on Beef he mentions it at the end. The whole
so see, that's what I mean. The concept of Beef, where he has such a lofty concept of what's driven humanity, to Once a Man, Twice a Child, which is about mortality, where he sounds like he's really at peace with himself, which kind of digs into the whole everything in his stride. He's kind of in the zone. He does feel like that, a lot older, vulnerable on there. Mate, he's so vulnerable on there.
There's a quality line on there. Went from buying the finer toys with your boys to buying toys for your boy.
Yeah, what a fucking line that is.
Yeah, because that kind of summarizes it as well. That's everyone. Everyone. I ain't got kids, so I'm still buying finer toys for the boys.
But it's true. And that older, vulnerable, just kind of more comfortable in your own skin Nas is great. And I think he's been working toward this album with the others. But I think like it's deep, man. When he's like, I'm trying to expand the pineal gland. The world ain't our home, just temporary, please understand. And I'm like, what? Is Nas on peyote? Because that is some peyote Jim Morrison fucking lyrics right there. If you did peyote with any rapper, would Nas be it? Here you go. There you go. Let us know. create88gmail.com. But who would you do peyote with? But no, genuinely, when he's like talking about human dignity and respect and balance and all this shit, and then he comes in on that last bit on Once a Man, Twice a Child, where I'm like, holy fuck, Nas, cheers, you've depressed me fucking loads. Now I'm getting old. He's like, one day I might need my diaper changed inside a convalescent. And I'm like, what? Sorry, what are we talking about? Oh, no, you're genuinely talking about a woman that you meet, and what does he say? But you could be the problem. It's not always them, my dude. Was she crazy before you met her, or you made her crazy? Possibly she can be a nurse when you be back to a baby. And I was like, whoa, Nas is really contemplating being old, which, for one thing, can we just put it out there? There's fucking loads of rappers dying. Is it fucking not nice to see someone who's almost 50 and they're thinking about being that old? And I think, fucking fair play to you. For where you've come from to even get to that level and be that successful, fair fucking play to you, man.
I don't think of as 50 as old.
Yeah, well, I hope not. No, because I'm going to be there soon. So, but do you know what? That on
plus
Don't
we've
Shoot,
got the heart problems as well.
Yeah, exactly. You know, we talk about that. I just want to link it into Don't Shoot, a hidden gem of a track for me, because the evidence of Nas being wiser and smarter and not preachy about it and its own legacy is in that track when he says, he weird, one day Esco be rapping about shooting me. The next day he said, I can. He be confusing me. And I remember him dropping, I can. And I was like, yeah, this is great Nas, but it's so not Mafia Nas. This is not The Firm. This is not Nas Escobar. And I think trying to break free, that he does really well. But then he really questions the community of hip hop when he says he's trying to break free of the shackles, when he's like, am I snitching when the police commissioner my friend? Am I a player when me and the mayor hang and tap in? Just a man trying to see how to change the community. And he goes into that level of things. So I'm like, I'm glad you're challenging that. I'm glad you're challenging that.
But the thing is, so Don't Shoot. So again, it's got a Tupac vibe on, because I swear to God that it's a sample of Keep Your Head Up.
What, Don't Shoot?
Of Don't Shoot. Yeah. It's just to the beat.
I've actually got. Oh, it's not on Who's Sample?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe.
Yeah, it's not on there yet. So you heard it here first. Anyway, the thing with Don't Shoot, because it is tackling big subjects. Excuse me. Yeah, it's got his fucking hell. What would you call the moment? It's another moment of him being fucking hell. I'm blanking on the name of the track now.
Okay.
But I can't remember what the name of the track is, but the one that's like a gun. It's like I'm a motherfucking gun.
Yeah. I gave you power. Yeah.
It gave you power. Yeah. Fuck's sake. At the start of I Gave You Power, he's like, he does the explanatory bit of like, it's like I'm a gun. It's like I'm a motherfucking gun. You get it? You get it? Do you understand it? I'm talking about being a guy. It's from the perspective of being a guy. Like the unnecessary explanation.
He was told to add that.
Yeah. So that this is his moment on Don't Shoot. Yeah, because he's making a really important message. At the end of it, he's like, at the end of making a really important message about people not shooting each other, he has to throw in this little line of, oh, by the way, I don't know the commissioner. I don't know him. I don't know. It's just a line. I don't know the commissioner. He throws that in like at the end of the track, like,
yeah, true.
He's talking because this first line is, am I snitching when the police commissioner is my friend? And then at the end, he has to throw it in to be like, oh, by the way, I'm not friends with
yeah, so he does the same.
Yeah, fun cops. I'm not friends with the commissioner. Yeah, I agree.
No, but the fact that he questioned it, the way that he questioned it, I thought was interesting because I didn't catch the last line as much. It didn't land for me as much, but you're right. There is that in there. But then on that track, we have a category of most Pharoah Monch bars, and I fucking loved it when he went, I endlessly speak vengeance on MP3s, which is a great callback to MP3s. Paraquet addiction, that could be your END. Your mindset is your vaccine for every disease, illness, affliction, sneeze. And I was like, whoa. This is Pharoah Monch territory, and I'm loving it, and I'm absolutely loving it. So yeah, anyone else who likes Pharoah Monch-esque bars, go into Don't Shoot. I do enjoy those on there. I'm going to go into just quickly this last few. Just going to, well, actually, no, I haven't got any more. Since I had like legit and 30.
Well, so we haven't spoken about the Beef concept track. So
yeah, go on.
The thing is, most of his concept tracks, same as like I Got You Power. It's not the strongest beat. But you're not there for the beat, you're there for the lyrics. And maybe he does that deliberately to be like, look, I don't want the beat to be more important than the lyrics, what I'm trying to convey. Yeah. So the beat is fine, but you go there for the lyrics on this particular track. But there's just a weird fucking subject bit in here where he talks about arguments between women in crab leg spots.
Yeah. I was like,
sorry. What is that your concept? You're talking about World War, the reason for the progress of man.
I like how specific he
went.
I like because it feels like
crab leg
it feels like Nas has been to a crab leg spot and he's seen it.
It does.
Whilst he's writing the
personal
song.
thing where he's been there. I want to get some crab legs, and then he's like, "Oh, fucking women." Women really fucking go off in crap. Wait, you see him pulling out his pad and being like, women arguing it, and crab legs being thrown at him. They're fucking pulling each other's hair. And crab legs are everywhere.
But what's going on? It really hones in on what beef can also be on a very almost molecular in regard to the world problems level, which I find really fascinating about that track because he does that. And I was like, well, hold on a minute ago, we were talking about world wars and now you go here. And I loved it for it. I do love beef. I don't know. I like that track. I like that track.
There's a crab leg spot that it's not really, it's a lobster spot, but it's just opened up near me. So
check for us.
Let us know if there's beef what I'll be. Lobster Pier on Murray Street. Shout out. Actually, I can't shout out until you tried it. Can you? I've got to try it. Got to try it first.
Try it first, exactly. Don't shout out.
Edit that out.
Well, two more then before we jump into the chat, because I need to wrap this up with you, especially some Jay-Z chat I've got to do with you as well. WTF SMH is one of the cringiest song titles I've seen by an older rapper. I was like, oh no, this is going to be awful, isn't it? And hidden gem for me, bro. That beat switch. That beat switch.
The beat switch again.
Do not fuck about. Hit Boy is not fucking about, mate. And when he says, like, I go to Japan to eat sushi, I'm like, fuck, that's a flex. And then I started thinking, what country would I travel to eat their dish? And after having my first ever,
it's Colombia, yeah, you're talking about food. Just fucking dickhead.
you just want to go to Colombia. No, Wagyu beef. When we had that in Ibiza together, I never had it before. That made me go, that's Japanese, right? Is that Japanese? Oh, maybe I'm wrong. Or is that South American? Sorry if I'm wrong. Either way, wherever they do Wagyu beef, Wagyu steak, Wagyu?
Yeah. Well, I think it's more Kobe beef there, but fucking, it's all fucking
amazing.
Incredible steak, isn't it?
I'd travel there.
What about you? That's what life is about. We come full circle.
Where would you travel to eat, Ray?
We're gonna die to eat. What? We're gonna die eating steak. So let's have the best steak there is. That's the lesson. The lesson here. Where would I travel to eat? So I haven't fucking been to India yet.
But you like Indian food,
and that's it. If you're gonna have Indian food, everyone that goes to India it talks about all the the things, the stomach issues, and then and the chaos and the craziness. But everyone comes back saying like the fucking food is incredible everywhere you go, everything you do.
Street food there is legit. I might be going in 2023, so I can let you know, mate. I might be going to India, back to the motherland, mate. Take the podcast on tour. Why not? Come with anyone in the Punjab.
I'm going to Japan next year because they.
Oh, great, cool. Where I want to go. Wicked. Not invited. And last one then. One that I wasn't feeling as much, but I do feel now has got quite a lot of old school perfection. It reminds me of old school New York hip hop music videos. Is Get Light. Get Light is a bit of an awkward beat, I thought, for Nas. I was like, oh no, is this going to work for him? But then it kind of settles into this groove and it's fucking great. And I've listed quite a few tracks here, but this album, I'm just going to go into what Ninja Rose said. Intrigued to see when you guys place KD3 in his discography. And Steve Piper, Tame One only was 52 when he passed away. That's what I'm saying. We're losing rappers, man. Tame One. I wasn't massively I don't know much of his work, but I knew that he was massive in hip hop. And RIP, man. So this is what I'm saying. But if we're looking at Nas then, right, I've got these albums listed here, right, Ray? And you talk about like Jay-Z comparisons. I'm not sure Jay-Z's had a 4-album run as great as this, as late as this in his. I'm not saying these are classics that he's done, Nas, but you could look at these runs and compare. But he's got one of the best solo GOAT discographies, I would say, Nas, right? So I'm going to read these out for you and try to put these in a semblance of order, but not all of them, but maybe just like your top 5, Ray. So this is Ninja Rose. Here you go. Let's have a look. So Illmatic, It Was Written.
Obviously.
I Am.
Obviously.
Nostradamus. This is when that went wobble. Stillmatic. What a comeback. Oh, Stillmatic. Godson. Fucking great.
Yeah,
Street's Disciple.
I like it, Tom.
Street Stop, Hip Hop Is Dead, Untitled, although great fried chicken track on Untitled, I think it is. I think it's Untitled, or is that on? I think it's on Untitled. Life Is Good, which is a pretty fucking good Nas album, how I remember it. Nasir, which people hate, but I didn't actually hate it when it first came out. And then KD1, KD2, Magic, and KD3, Ray. So with those in mind, where would you put this? I know it's very recent and you've only just heard it, but would it crack the 5, let's say? Would it crack the 5? Probably not for you.
Yeah, I think it would.
Oh, how are we looking? How's it looking then? Go on then.
Because
I am top. I am number 1. Yeah.
I've already said the 3-album run, so I stand by the first 3. That's obvious.
In that order?
Obvious. I think any argument, in that order, any argument against that is just ridiculous. Godson, because that was the one that my experience of it is like, it just, he's back kind of thing. And then, and this now, because it's rare that someone can still be bringing this game at this level kind of thing. So,
interesting.
But does anyone else think Jay-Z is overrated? Yes, I fucking do. I mean, don't get me wrong, I ain't got any hate for him, and he's got some wicked beats.
That's Aaron
said it. But there's no, like, we're just talking about the greatest 3-album run of all time, and then you're like, all right, so what's Jay-Z's one? You're like, not really. There's no. Can you think of a 3-album? I can't think of 3 albums.
Sorry, you broke up there. So what you're saying, should we do I've got Jay-Z's here, because I was just comparing the two discographies myself, and I think they're kind of standing up together at the moment. Reasonable Doubt, In My Lifetime Volume 1, Hard Knock Life Volume 2, so that's a classic, I would say. Volume 3, Life and Times of Sean Carter, which has, mate, that primo track. Yeah, it's still ghetto though, and that carries it a little bit. And Bing Pimpin, I think, on there as well. The Dynasty, which is not a bad album actually. The Blueprint, which is a classic. Blueprint 2, which is the opposite of a classic. The Black Album, which is a classic for me. Kingdom Come, the opposite of a classic. Fuck me. Look what I'm saying. American Gangster, which people fucking love, but it's okay.
I rate American Gangster.
I like it. I don't know if I haven't revisited it. Maybe Blueprint 3, Magna Carta.
American Gangster's got. I never changed on it. It's got. I never.
Yes.
Yeah, I never changed it. That's a fucking track.
So let's just, when you say 3 album runs, then actually,
it's not a 3 album run, but I'd say
first three.
Reasonable Doubt, Blueprint, American Gangster. Yeah, I'd listen to again. I do listen to.
But I do
revisit.
Are you just picking out albums? Because I'm looking at runs. That first one,
there's no run. No,
the first one. I think he has that first one. Volume 1, Hard Knock Life, and Reasonable Doubt. I would say them 3. But other than that, Blueprint, no, fucking ruins it with Blueprint 2. Ruins Black Album. Yeah, he hasn't. Yeah, fuck. Nas, it's official. Nas has got better album runs than Jay-Z. We said it. It's true. Look at the fucking lines of the thing. Has he got more classics? I don't know. That's another conversation. But I'm putting it right there, man. So what we got here, let's have a lot of people are saying, Osman, you are right. Bit late, RIP to Hurricane G. I hope you repent for all your hate, Cam. RIP Hurricane G. Absolute legend. I didn't hate on Hurricane G. I said it was a letdown when you heard her on that one track where you were on one level. And it's also what you get with Master Killer. Not that I hate Master Killer. I'm just saying there is a moment where it's a Larry letdown moment. We all have them. I have them. Nas has them. I'm just saying Hurricane G also had them, and she happened to be that category for a while. But genuinely, RIP. Steve Piper, Cam, I would suggest checking out the Artifacts album. Yes, it's on my list, bro, especially after Table passed away. Because fuck me, some of the tracks I picked off of that are amazing. Here we go. Ninja Rose has got his ranking of Nas albums. You ready for this, Ray? Illmatic Top. It was written to the Lost Tapes. Fuck, of course, the Lost. I'm looking at just studio albums. The Lost Tapes. Yes, Ninja Rose. The Lost Tapes. Stillmatic. Then KD3 at 5. Fuck. I'm going to go into some of these tracks. Hold on. Jack P. Does KD3 make top 5 if you include the Lost Tapes? That's the problem. I don't know if he does for me. Honorable mentions Godson. I am. I'm not including Lost Tapes. I'll chuck Godson in. Fun Take. Jade's beats are far worse than Nas's. And that's ironic, isn't it? It's very ironic that we have this narrative that goes around. I'm just having a look at Stillmatic. On Stillmatic, you got Ether, Got Yourself a Gun, You're the Man, Rewind, which is amazing because One Mic, which was one of my favourite tracks at the time, Second Childhood, which is great, Destroy and Rebuild, The Flyest. That is a fucking great album. Godson. What's Godson got on here? Let's just get this down. Get Down. Brilliant. Made You Look. A classic. Zone Out. Can't remember that. Hey Nas. I Can. Good track. Thugs Mansion. Fucking great track. Mastermind is brilliant. I'm a mastermind. I think a lot, which I think is one of the best. I am a mastermind. I think a lot. Okay, wicked. Warrior Song. Yeah. So that's a bit uneven. Godson. Bit uneven. Street Disciple. Fuck me, it was a double album, wasn't it? Nazareth Savage, American Way. Jeez, Nas has had a fucking career here. Yeah, it goes off there. Thief's Theme was the one on there. That was fucking incredible. But I think if I'm ranking these, so you've got yours. I'm going to do these then. Illmatic Top. It was written second. Fucking hell. Stillmatic third. Lost Tapes fourth. Oh fuck! Is King's Disease 3 getting in at 5? Is King's Disease 3 getting in at 5? That's recency bias, isn't it, Ray? Magic surely before King's Disease 3. Where are you? What do you say? Magic before King's Disease 3 or KD3 or before Magic?
I've listened to Illmatic. It was written and I Am and Godson. Those are albums that I go back to. So that's why those 4. Mm-hmm. And then I've not gone back to any of the others, so that's why. I'm just gonna keep with logic.
Yeah. No, logic, but do this to Lost Tapes, kid. Lost Tapes is your vibe all day long. It's Nas. It's like killer Nas.
Yeah.
But okay. So 5th for me. Do you know what? Just for the bants, I am going to put KD3 in there today. I haven't skipped. I skip Nas albums quite a lot. And this one don't have that many. So let's just go wrap this up, because I think Ninja Rose might be on something there, KD3 being in the 5th. But Magic, does that make Magic 6th then? I don't know. Fuck, what world are we in? What is time? Here we go. Ninja Rose, Jack P. I'd go Illmatic. It was written. God's Son. Interesting. Stillmatic. I Am. Their Lost Tapes would be 3rd if you included it. So I Am in there. He's with you there, Jack P, mate. So, well, there we go. Look, I think we've got these other categories as well. For me, these other categories, I mean, come on. If you're looking at, you can push a T on any track, I'm going legit.
As long as I Am's in there, I'm happy. That's it.
There you go. Legit, I would say, for Pusha T, or 30 maybe, but I think legit and hearing the characters Pusha T grew up with would be quite a nostalgic, like, that'd be quite cool. I like that. I don't know what you had, if there's any non-90s rapper to be on here, and if it is Pusha T, where would he be? Have you got any, is it legit as well, or have you got another one? Thinking, aren't you?
Are we counting Sky Zoo as non-90s?
Oh, I think so. Shit, that's a shout.
Yeah, they're non legit as well. Yeah.
Wow. I honestly thought you were going to say Droog, just so we couldn't figure out who was who. Like, which one's Droog again? They both sound the same. But yeah, no. Okay. Sky Zoo's a good one. I'm enjoying Sky Zoo. Here's one for you. Album artwork though, only takes, by the way. I thought it was standard. It was all right, quite cool on a t-shirt maybe. But yeah, like Kings of Z3, I think they've become quite a nice trademark, I suppose. I wonder what they do after this, to be fair, kid. I don't mind him and Hit Boy working together again, but maybe just lose the concept of Kings of Z.
It's Primo next.
Oh, imagine him doing not one, but 3 Primo projects. It's like Prime and Prime 2, but we get 3. I'm thinking too much, but yeah, no, you're right. Primo next. Feature Trinity then, Ray, which isn't ever Trinity anymore, is it? Because we've just added to these. All the best features from the 90s were done by some of these guys. Which one of these would you put on this album and where? We've got Buster, we've got Method Man, we've got Nas was in there. Obviously, he's in there, unless you want double Nas. DMX and Cannabis. I'd take a DMX feature. I'm not going to lie.
I'm leaning towards DMX.
I would take a DMX
just
feature,
energy.
Yeah, on maybe Thun. Oh, mate, him on Recession Proof would be my jam. Yeah, give him a verse. Or give him the hook. Let him do his own hook. Oh, R.I.P. DMX, man. What a legend. Okay, one last one then.
Probably DMX on I'm on Fire, because he'll tear up that fire concept.
Yeah. And I like the beat on that as well. I enjoy the beat on that. Further listening then, we have this further listening and double feature. Double feature is which album or song would you work alongside this? You finished KD3, what do you listen to next? Could be of anyone. I'm just going to go to Magic because that's what I did. And I was like, yeah, they both work really well together. I know they're both Hit Boy, they're both Nas, but that's why it kind of works. I don't know if you had any of that, but I thought further listening, well, for you, it's Lost Tapes, I think. Lost Tapes. And actually, for anyone who hasn't heard the Lost Tapes, that's probably your further listening. So, yeah. Did you have any of those, Ray?
Which is funny. We just throw out different labels for just the same concept over and over again.
We do. That's what
we listed albums, listing. We've done the top 5s. Now we're just listen. What order do you put the albums in? What other reason?
That was a question from Ninja Rose. To be fair, we were hoping the patrons would help, and they did. So that's his little thing. But I'm glad we did it. Yeah, but nothing on those. No.
Well,
last great thing.
I think all of it's further to last great thing.
Last great piece of music you heard, Ray.
Radiator, Homeboy Sandman. Fucking hell, he absolutely is. This a fucking ridiculous track.
New shit.
Just lyrically fucking incredible. I make for an indomitable foe. I'm like the man that's made out of abominable snow. It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fucking quality.
Yeah, let's do that. I'm absolutely here for that. Wicked. Okay, that's I like that. Last great piece of music. Do you know one thing that I haven't rinsed as much as I thought, because that has been, because at the top of this I was talking about the World Cup and all that shit, but also like just I haven't had time to listen to much outside of the research for this pod, but I thought I'd go back to West Side Gun's latest album, 10, and I was rinsing that again this morning, and that, yeah, man, fuck yeah, I know you're not that big a fan, but he's back on that form. I didn't enjoy the last album before that too much.
Such a diplomatic way of saying it. No, you're not that big a fan.
Yeah, well, there you go. But there you go then. So there you go. Nas, King's Disease 3. We're going to do our best of year albums, hip hop albums next month on the live chat. So people, bring your lists. It's been such a ridiculous year, and I don't think James Midwinter is going to be with us. If it is just me and Ray, we may just do top 10. We may just do top 10, Ray. Why not? So either way, catch us then, crate808/crate8.com for all your good shit, and buy some merch on there. Rep yourselves for, Christmas, but also patreon.com/crate808 to support the show. Chip in on these live shows with us once a month. And yeah, we just love having you, man. We love this little community we've got on the go. Let's jump in with those one time before we dip out. So what we got here, Steve Piper, Lost Takes 1 is worth listening to for the No Ideas original. That Alchemist beat is incredible. You are saying all the right things, Steve. Ninja Rose Beef.
I'm checking that. The Lost Tape. I'm going back to Lost Tapes for my walk to work.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
It's very fast approaching.
Okay, cool.
Who needs a shower? Who needs a shower?
Who needs a shower? Beef, for me, is one of my favourite Nas tracks from him for years. Yeah, I fucking love that song. What is the best track from another perspective? I'm going Fetus. Yeah, okay. What is the best track from another perspective? Fetus. Who did Fetus? I don't know who did Fetus, but it's got to be I Gave You Power. Like, come on. Jesus Christ, that is the one that blew my mind as a kid. And does the QB Finest album count as a Nas album? Fuck, I'm not revisiting that in a while, but yeah, I don't think it would. 10 is really good, says Jack P. Yeah,
somewhat ironically titled QB's Finest.
Yeah, absolutely. Last piece of music was the Deaf Soldier record, says Jack P. Got to check that out as well. So yeah, 10 is really good. You're right. That's the West Side Gun album. So there you go. Big bang, bosh. Another one in the can. Another 808 chamber in the can for you guys. Big up yourselves. Thank you, everyone, for joining on the live chat. Thank you for just supporting us generally. Ray, as always, mate, much love. Nas has Lost Tapes on Lost Tapes Fetus. Oh, the hidden fucking track. Oh, right. Yes, good shout. Fuck yeah, I forgot about that. Yes, of course. Now it's flooding back. That track is ridiculous. Ray, you're gonna fucking love that track. If I remember it.
Yeah. No.
Sorry.
I'm listening to it next. I'm listening to it next. No.
Peace out, everyone. Big yourselves up, and we shall catch you soon. Peace.
Big up.